If you're looking for some tips to help you out with your everyday makeup routine, well then look no further. Today I'm sharing all my secrets, so stay tuned. So what I do is I start off with lotion, a little bit of oil, and also an SPF that I get from Trader Joe's that kind of doubles as a primer. And I put my concealer on first. I put that down first while I'm kind of getting ready so that it can have time to dry down while I'm working on the other parts of my face. I'm going to pin my hair back because usually I have on my satin bonnet from overnight and I don't want to get all the foundation in my hair, or my sister locks I should say. Gonna get your eyebrow pencil, and you want to get a pencil that has a really fine tip to it. It makes it easier to draw on your brows. And I think the most important part about drawing on your brows is to make sure that the part in the middle right above your nose kind of is even. If you get that even, the rest of it can be a little bit more forgiving, but try your best to get it as symmetrical as possible. But don't stress out too much on it. Most people don't notice those little details on a day-by-day basis. Go ahead and fill in those hairs kind of with brush-like strokes. So you're almost kind of mimicking your brow hair there. And I did the same on the other side so you can see, and I'm just filling in a little bit more in the inner part. I don't have too much hair that grows there. Next, I'm going to use my beloved LYS foundation. I mixed the DG3 shade and the DN3 shade because my shade changes throughout the year. When I filmed this, I had just came back from vacation and I probably should have used just the DN3 shade because I've gotten a little bit deeper in my complexion. But I did mix both of the shades, which is what I've been doing through the winter, and that's what I did in this video. So I put both of them on my brush, and as I put the brush on my face, I just twirl the brush. So that helps me kind of mix the shades together as I'm blending, and it helps me save some time, and then I don't have to get my hand as messy. So I'm just kind of stippling and blending and kind of pushing the foundation in all over my face to kind of get an even base. Okay, once I've done that, I take a tissue a lot of times and I'll just kind of blot off any excess foundation that wasn't absorbed by my skin. It helps me to have a bit of a natural skin finish, and it lets some of my actual skin show through so that it's not too much of a heavy look. My contour sticks from Fenty, I use two shades together. I use Espresso and Truffle. I use the deeper shade on my forehead, and then I use Truffle on the rest of my face. Although now that it's getting a little warmer, I might start using Espresso on my cheekbones too to have more definition there. I always use Truffle in the inner part of my face, on my nose and my eye contour area, because Espresso is a bit too deep for me. And then I go ahead again, I'm kind of twirling my brush around, I'm blending that into the foundation that's there so that you don't see any harsh lines. Blend, blend, blend. And as you can see, that kind of matches my body complexion a little bit more once I work that contour shade in. Going down to the cheekbones, just kind of trying to blend in the actual area where I laid the product down, not trying to go too far out of that, because when you do that, you'll make a little bit of a mess. So just blending in that same area, and now I'm kind of on my eyes, kind of blending that out. And I keep my eye makeup very simple, especially since I have hooded eyes. You can't really see my eyelids anyway. I keep it simple on both eyes, and then I'm gonna go in and finally I'm gonna blend out that highlighter under my eye since it's had some time to dry. Again, just kind of stippling in that area, not moving the product out of the area, but making sure the edge of that highlight kind of blends in with the edge of the foundation, and you don't see too much of a line of a difference between the two products. kind of like it gradually goes from one shade into the other shade. Doing the same on my other eye, or under my other eye. And just kind of using my finger to blend that contour on my nose, because I really liked the contour stick, how it kind of laid the product down. So I just kind of want to soften those edges a little bit. Next, I'm going to use my favorite blush from LYS Beauty, Inspire. It's such a beautiful kind of coral shade. It really brings out my cheekbones. And I love to just kind of stipple that on very lightly on both of my cheeks. And I love this product so much. It's kind of like a highlighter that's a bit of a luminizer. It's not glittery. Again, from LYS Beauty. I use it at the top of my cheekbones. And I also put a little bit on the spine of my nose, of my cupid's bow above my lips, and then my chin a little bit. And what it does on my cheekbone area is it actually helps me to kind of blend between that blush and between that highlighter. Sorry, the actual concealer, which is kind of serving as a bit of a highlight under my eye, to kind of bring that all together so it looks a lot more seamless than what it would if I had just laid down what was already there. And it gives me that really nice glow. It's not overpowering on my face. It's just a healthy, fresh glow. Same down my nose. And as I said, just above and below my lips, cupid's bow, and my chin. Sometimes when I feel like I put too much on, as I'm stippling with my fingers, I'll just wipe any excess off on the tissue that I use to press the excess foundation off if I feel like I laid too much down. Now I'm going to go in with a setting powder. This is a lighting setting powder. Again, a light one from LYS Beauty. Just kind of lightly setting under my eye. Just a little bit, gives me a little bit again of that highlight, lighter concealer look under my eye without it being too overpowering. And then I have the same setting powder but in a different shade, a little bit of a deeper shade. And I like to use that for the other parts of my face to kind of set the foundation. So my forehead, I go kind of under that contour area, around my mouth, and I found that kind of looks a little more natural for me. My Juvia's Place contour, the top shade and the dark palette, kind of reinforcing that contour on my forehead. And this doesn't have to take long at all. You can just do a quick swipe. My cheekbones, going over that area. Setting a little bit under my chin. And then I can't forget my actual eyes and my nose. Just very, very lightly, because I pretty much like what was there already. Again, softening with my fingers a little bit. And I like to use that deeper shade to go in again for a bit of an eyeshadow. It's a little deeper, a little warmer. And it looks really nice on my eyelids. It's really easy with the angled brush to kind of quickly lay that down. And I put a little bit of the contour shade, the powder, up under my eyes too. Juvia's Place blush again. Now, these are really pigmented products, so I'll shake my brush. I'll almost pre-wipe it on the top of my hand a little bit. And then as you can see, I'm just very lightly tapping that brush into my cheeks. I already had a bit of that luminizer. I had a bit of that cream blush on my cheeks already. So the products are all kind of layering on top of each other, helping to set the cream that's there. This highlighter, again, LYS Beauty, which as you can tell is one of my favorite brands. Most of my products I use are from there. It's very subtle, but it's so pretty, and it lays on top of that liquid luminizer product so nicely. So I just kind of very lightly, almost kind of tickle that onto my face until I feel like I can see it just a little bit. And you can see it even right here. You can see that extra glow on the top of my cheekbones. This is my eyeliner. Again, I have really little eyes. I'm just trying to get a little bit of definition. I don't have all day to try to pull miracles and make this wonderful cat eye for myself. I just need a little bit of definition, so that's what I do. I have used this eyeliner pencil for years. It's long wearing, it stays in place. I love this pencil. And this is something new I've added to my routine for my eyelashes, the Impress false lashes that don't require glue. I use several large, about 2 large and 3 mediums on average. Sometimes I switch it up a little bit. All you do basically is just make sure your eyelashes are clean, and then you just kind of attach them to each other. And what I do is I make sure to kind of clamp them together, the false lash with my real lashes, and I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Making sure that they're kind of set together pretty nicely. I let it go. And then the next one, I'll kind of layer them just very slightly on top of each other so that it looks a little bit more like a continuous lash. And I'll work my way down my lash line, just kind of taking my time to press each of them together for about 10 seconds. And then I'll use a little bit of my liquid eyeliner just to kind of, you know, make sure that they look pretty seamless at the base, because sometimes you'll see a little bit of glue sticking out. I ran out of mascara, so I'm going to use that eyeliner a little bit on my lower lash just to give me a little bit of definition there. And this is my Sephora eyebrow gel that I use. I just started using this product. I really like it. It's kind of wet. It's easy to use. It's really nice to kind of brush it through your brow hairs at the end of your makeup application in case any powder got in them, to make sure that your brow hairs stick out and that your eyebrows don't look so drawn on. It just gives them a nice natural finish. Lip pencil, Sephora lip pencil in molasses. Love, love, love. And I'm starting to kind of draw my lip line a little bit wider than I have in previous years, just to make my lips look a little bit fuller. I draw kind of right on my line, a little bit outside my line, which is a new look for me. Also, that deeper shade is a little bit of an updated new look for me. But I love the contrast. And this is such a creamy pencil, doesn't have to be sharpened, long wearing. Juvia's Place matte lipstick in Toffee. I love this shade. I wear it almost every day right now. Such a beautiful soft brown. It looks so nicely with my complexion, long wearing and very comfortable. So pretty. All right, well, that would be it, but we got to use some setting spray. I should have used it a little bit earlier in the foundation application. That's a new step for me, and I forgot it here, so I had to add it on the back end. You can use it before, during, and after laying down foundation, but here I used it afterwards, and then I went back in with my pressed powder and just kind of reset where my foundation looked a little bit too glossy, more glossy for me, to make it have a little bit more of a matte look. And that's the final look. I hope you enjoy all the tips I shared. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Take care. Bye.